right, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me first say we thank and praise God that we've all made it here safely today. And I pray to God that your return and my return will be equally as safe. Now let's get something straight. When I be talking about God, I'm not talking about isms and osms. You sit around and you're dealing with Obama, and it's simple. 55% of white folks didn't vote for him. So he lost them by a landslide. So if he's too ignorant to know that, what y'all arguing about? You sit and you look at CNN and all that crap. That's their game, and they supposed to. If a nigga lie to get some booty, what you think a white boy gonna do to control the whole world? Huh? I took a while coming out because they told me Jesse Jackson was here. And you know, Jesse said he's gonna cut Obama's nuts off. So I figured that with all them Secret Service, he might be looking for mine. You know what I mean? You know, if you just shut up every now and then and be quiet, the people that run the world, they're not ethical or godly or spiritual, but they know the right things to do to control you. I don't even understand opera. I've been going to opera since I was 9 years old because the people that control the world, that's what they go. Queen Elizabeth don't listen to no damn blues. Queen Elizabeth make $360 million every 24 hours just interest on her money. And if we brought her here and sit her here right now and found a homeless welfare mother and sit her next to it, both of them's heart beat the same way. There is no queen's heartbeat and no welfare mother's heartbeat. And y'all tend to forget that. Huh? You have 100,000 miles of blood vessels running to your body. Huh? And all them thugs out there that we pay homage to, they can't put 100,000 nothing in you that don't get in your way. And your blood make a complete cycle every 30 seconds, which means as you sit there now, your blood's traveling 200,000 miles a minute. And Queen Elizabeth's blood traveling at the same pace. So who says she's a queen? The universal God force made men, and men made kings, made women, and men made queens. The difference between a woman and a queen and a man and a king is the way you wrap the gift. That's all that's about. That happened after you get here. You didn't come here from the universe with some queen crap. Huh? And they make it work. I go to Target and get you a nice little outfit. Huh? And stop by Sac Fifth Avenue and have them wrap it. You don't know it came from Target. You say, oh, he loves me. You know? And so once they can get you to accept it, they can get you to violate yourself. The most important thing you have is this brain. Delicate, makes everything function. Everything function. And let you stupid enough to let children, and when you was young, get out there and let a ball hit you in your head and call it soccer. But if you walked out and seen your children taking that same soccer ball, hitting your Cadillac with it, you'd be outraged. What do you think the real God think of you? You can hit this that I produced, but not your car. So somewhere, they really messed up with Michael Jackson because the government, see, they so slick, but they so racist. They could have used Michael Jackson to win over the whole world. Huh? Even with him dead, they could use it. Just take his picture all over the world and say, where else other than America could a poor black boy born in utter poverty in Gary, Indiana, end up being a rich white man? And Obama, well, he's just a nice, kind Negro. See, I ran for president in 1968, y'all remember? And had I won, and it would have been me a chance to pick a Supreme Court, first, I would have got on, had a press conference and talked about Clarence Thomas. And Anita Hill. And I would have picked Anita Hill for their slots so she could sit right next to him with that Coke can they was, you know. But see, I blame Clarence Thomas' behavior on black women. That's your fault. Yeah, what? The nigga don't like himself. He ugly. He got nappy hair. He got big lips, thick jaws. And y'all wouldn't go to the prom with him when he's in high school. So them niggas grow up, marry a white woman, and hate us all. And I'm telling my grandchildren, just go to the prom with them. You don't have to kiss them. And somewhere, you know, y'all have to have sense when everybody else don't have sense. The President of the United States, he went to the NAACP convention a couple of weeks ago. And did y'all see the speech? I mean, just when he got into that preacher mode, I mean, got where he was going to get down, NBC just shut my sound down. My sound went below mute. I had to get the paper the next day to see what he said. And I'm looking at it. And he said what? He told us about personal responsibility. And any of you all that can handle another nigga telling you about personal responsibility is a damn fool. We are responsible. Huh? I ain't never enslaved nobody. I never stole nobody away from their mother and father and brought them to another country against their God, against their religion, and made them work for me for free. And y'all let them thugs tell you about personal responsibility and you tolerate it. And I like the way Obama says he's not just the president of Negroes. He's the president of all the people. Then why don't you talk to all the people about personal responsibility? Why don't you tell the mob about their personal responsibility? Huh? Madoff ripped off rich Jews. He ain't said nothing about that. Huh? So why is your personal responsibility reserved for me? Because he know you'll take it. Huh? All he got to do is look at Clarence Thomas. No. He see personal responsibility. His mama couldn't read or write, didn't know where his daddy was. She was working 2 jobs in the laundry, and now he on the Supreme Court. That is personal responsibility. We're the only people on the planet can start off down in the gutter, ended up all the way top in one generation. Huh? Kennedy took them 12 generations, and they were stealing and killing and going through all kinds of strange, whorish things. They must have really violated some of them Kennedys. All the boys is nice looking and the girls is ugly. You know it didn't make, you know that. So, you know, when you just stop and think about, if you listen to the universe, what's the odds of the first time we get an African-American president and he won't have no slave genes? Huh? Think about that. His mama wasn't no slave, his daddy wasn't no slave, and y'all feel nothing about that? But I just realized how lucky white folks are. And when we finally get a Negro, we get a nice, kind one for them. Now, I ran in 1968. Did you know that? Did you? And if I'd have won, I'd have asked for a recount. You see, Clinton just went over there to North Korea and brought them 2 women back. You know who they are. They work for Gore. Gore have a secret CIA cable network, and he sent them hoes over there to spy. That's why he didn't send white women. And then they got caught. Y'all look at radio and television to find out what the issue. You was born. You see, if you look at all the Bibles in the world, they don't talk about smart or intelligent. It talks about wisdom. Then this white boy tricked it, to smart and intelligent, something he can grade and something he can judge. Because if he could grade wisdom, he'd build a pyramid. Y'all sitting around wanting your children, don't wear your cap on the back of the head. Why? Hitler never wore his cap backwards. Telling these young black boys, pull your pants up. If them was black women, we'd be saying, pull it down another inch. Look at the mob. Y'all know the mob here. They ain't never wore their pants below their drawers. John Hopkins do more experiment with black folk. They ain't wearing their pants or their cap on the side of their. Maybe God's telling us through our children, never again will you judge another one of my creatures from without. Hitler was immaculate. Hitler was a vegetarian. He didn't even eat meat. The Germans know more about religion than the Vatican. When the Vatican get uptight, they have to go there and check some of their stuff out. Hitler in bed every night, 90 minutes after the sun went down. Never cussed. And damn near wiped out the whole planet. You worrying about the way your black children talk? They got a white governor in California, can't even pronounce the state. Well, because you're a bunch of punks. You want to blame our problems on everything than a white racist system because it's easier to chastise your child than to chastise white folks. Y'all mad at the wrong white folks. The white folks y'all mad at couldn't help you if they liked you. They'll kill them on the way to get you. See, white's not a color, it's an attitude. And if you ain't got trillions of dollars in the bank that you don't need, you can't have the attitude. That's what I love about Queen Elizabeth type white folks. Like I said, she make $360 million every 24 hours interest on her money. Now them these white folks. And I like them type of white folks. They're not honest, they're not spiritual, they're not godly, but they don't lie. They say we're going to war to protect our interests as an interest. Huh? And you notice the people that run the world ain't never had a job. Huh? You hear me? You got 4 jobs and driving cabs in between. Huh? Well, see, we blame the Mexicans. You didn't have no job before the Mexicans got here. Y'all be jumping on the Mexican. Mexican ain't never made a nigga pick cotton. The folks that dogged you, Mexican ain't never lynched a nigga, but they got you jumping on them. Huh? Mexicans built Mexico. They didn't use Chinese to build a railroad or niggas to pick cotton. You need to follow them around. I said, how'd y'all do that without us? So when you just stop and think about, your responsibility is not to white folks. Your responsibility is to the person that created you. Huh? And don't you realize anytime you let a white racist system reduce you below the dignity that God gave you just so you can feed your family and pay your rent and pay your car note, that's a violation of God. And when you violate God, that God will destroy you from the inside. Huh? We talk about some cracker at the First National Bank. Huh? Same white folks you scared of live and die just like you. They got here the same way you got here. Somewhere we have made a difference. Huh? All that old PhD stuff. I got children got PhDs. My little grandson came to me and said, I don't want no PhD. So you see that did that nigga at Harvard yesterday, had handcuffs on him. He's 7 years old. Skip Gates, one of the brilliant minds respected all over the world, he let that dumb white cop trick him out on the porch so he can arrest him. Because you can't arrest me for talking about your mama in my house. And I don't know why the cop got mad. Skip don't know what his mama looked like. Maybe he do. Drug pushers, all in your neighborhood. Grandma got to go to the store, she got to walk past the drug pushers. You know the problem I have with that? If them niggas was hitting your car, you wouldn't tolerate it. Huh? Your children got to walk past them to get to school, got to walk past them to get to the playground. You ain't nothing but punks. And you go all over the world fighting wars for this thug. And your mama's scared to walk down the street in her own neighborhood, and you call yourself a man. The mafia that bring the drugs in, but they don't sell them in their neighborhood. Them Mexican drug dealers, no drugs in their neighborhood, and you punk, thug, think you bad. And your mama ain't safe, your grandma ain't safe, but your automobile is, because if one of them niggas, a cop will kill you, kill your mama, kill your daddy, but a cop ain't never hit a nigga's car with his nightstick. Huh? Think about that, that's scary. Huh? You black folks know. How many black folks have ever told you a story about police brutality where they messed with a nigga's car? And that don't bother you. Huh? My poor mother, Lord, have bless her heart. We lived by herself, you know. And they talk about Michael Jackson, daddy beat him. Most poor folks beat their children. They wasn't beating them because they was trying to scream and say, I want you to do better than I could, but I can't help you with your homework. So get in there and do what you're supposed to do, because I can't help you. My daddy heard that I flunked Latin. That nigga came home and beat the hell out of me. He didn't even live with us. My mom said, did you follow him home? That nigga been 20 years behind on child support. You know where he lives? No. And then 30 years later, he apologized, found out my high school wasn't even teaching Latin. He just heard I flunked. You know, it's painful. Y'all laughing at Michael Jackson's daddy, Joe? Do you know the life of a steel mill in Gary back then? Smelling all that bad stuff in your lungs with them fire pits, 360 degrees, and you standing next to it. And had he not put that group together, he'd be dead. This old lady probably be in some nursing home. The girls would have been knocked up in grade school, and the boys would have been murdered in jail for murder. Huh? And then white folks told you this nigga ain't nothing. He hit him. I know fathers do that to get their boys to play football. Son come home limping, he take him back the next day, whatever it takes. Huh? Hurt, laying up. You see him on Sunday football? I saw a nigga on the football team in Baltimore. What's his Ravens. That nigga got hit so hard, stuff was shaking in my living room. Huh? I picked up Monday morning's paper, said he got 7 fractured ribs, a brain concussion, and a broken toe, but we sure he'll be ready for next week's game. So somewhere, and maybe it's too late for us to reevaluate our craziness. My mama worked her butt off. Wasn't no daddy. You see them little bitty legs, she always be going out the door. And got us Christmas. Huh? Black mama, maybe white mamas too, have never told you you can't get nothing for Christmas because your daddy ain't here. Huh? And it's such an insulting thing for us to let white folks tell us the problem in the black community ain't no man at home. The priest that was ripping off them little boys, they daddies was home. You can't have no more family values than the damn mafia, huh? You old folks know Frank Delisante wasn't nothing but a bunch of thug, whore gangsters that ran this town, huh? Pelosi, that's his daughter. All of them were number gangsters. I knew the brother. I was in the army with him. That nigga came by my room after he robbed the bank. I didn't mind it, but it was all white boys and one Greek, and I know if they got caught, I'm getting elected chair to get this money out of my room. Somewhere. And so every Christmas morning, I was born before welfare. I didn't have to wonder if anything gonna be under the tree. I knew it was. And them mothers wasn't stealing or selling their body. They just did the things they have to do, because when you open up that consciousness and don't be worrying about nothing, it manifests. I didn't like my mama, I didn't like my brothers and sisters, I didn't like my neighborhood, because I was stupid enough to believe that my inheritance come from God, and that look around at that mess I'm living in, what God would have gave me this. But the only time I liked everybody was on Christmas morning. Something come over you. You know, when you be something about unwrapping a Christmas package. Ain't nobody ever wrapped something and put under the tree that wasn't new. Now, you might get a new coat, a used coat, but they don't wrap it. You might get a used bicycle, but it's not wrapped. So I'm sitting there, and my brothers, I didn't like them, they didn't like me, but we was all happy. Remember that thing come over here on Christmas? You just happy, huh? I'm born in 1932. I open up and look at that little precious, that little beautiful shirt. Brand new. 5 and dime. It cost about 20 cents. I just bought a shirt for $1,500 on sale, down from $6,000 at Neiman Marcus. And if you'd have put that shirt under that same Christmas tree that my mama put it, they both look alike until you wash them. And you know what hurt me? They let me know she is a damn fool. After all that good feeling, all her hard work, she told me a white man brought that to me named Santa Claus. What kind of fools are y'all? Huh? Do you think white folks will tell their children that somebody look like you brought them their toy? What kind of fool is you? And encourage it. Got niggas writing a letter to Santa Claus. That cracker don't even exist. Dear Santa, you never have to write a letter to your grandmother. Huh? Or to their brother. Writing a damn letter to a white man that don't exist. A big old fat white man that ain't coming to no nigger neighborhood after midnight. And Lord, once he get there, he's too fat to get through the chimney. And if he get through the chimney, he ain't got no soot on him. Huh? And that don't bother you? Jesus, born in an area where ain't no white folks, so I'll cut him a little slack. I said, oh, well, all right, I'll accept you. But damn if you're going to bring me 12 disciples. Jerusalem, where you going to find a disciple named Peter, Matthew, James, Milton? 11 disciples is white English, except the nigga that killed Christ, he an Arab Jew. And y'all buy into that? And then wonder why you in pain? You know God's a jealous God. You know that, right? I have 10 children. I have 7 girls and 3 boys. If I was real jealous of them girls, y'all know I'm doing something I ain't supposed to be doing, right? Jealousy ain't never been a virtue. Huh? God say, fear me. I got 10 children. If my children come in here and y'all knew us and they feared me, you know I'm crazy. Huh? So how can it be okay for somebody as pure and precious as God to demand that you be scared of them, but not me? Y'all crazy. Huh? Somewhere. And don't give up on them babies, because you know Mary had one and she didn't have no sex, so don't. You ain't safe yet. You know what I'm saying, huh? You could go home tonight and hear something. No, you know Mary didn't have no sex. You know that, don't you? You see that woman out in California with them 8? She's been celibate. She got 8 at one time and then had 6, and she ain't had no sex. And I kind of felt strange, because I want to pray to her. I said, if Mary didn't have no sex and just got 1, and this woman ain't had no sex and got 14, maybe I better switch my allegiance. And did you know people was calling her, threatening her? Did y'all know that? Yeah. But if they'd have called one of them bankers that took all the money, they'd have been arrested before they hung up the phone. He had this strange look on his face, you know. So I said, is there something wrong? He said, you really made my life miserable tonight. So see, the universe is strange. He's been a state trooper, told me, for 37 years. And at midnight tonight is his birthday, and his wife and cop friends is throwing a surprise birthday party. But he caught me doing 140. So he got to book me, which we 40 minutes from the station, you know, them rural roads. And they're gonna take him another 3 hours to write up the ticket. So he's trying to hedge and be fair with his conscience. So he says, buddy, you know something up. He says, I've been a cop for 37 years. I just can't let you go because you was going too fast. But I don't want to disappoint my wife. So for 37 years I've been, if you can just give me any reason that I have never heard before, I'll let you go. I said, how long have you been a cop? He said, 37 years. I said, well, 37 years ago, a white state trooper ran off with my black wife. And when I looked through the rearview mirror, I thought she was bringing her back. And you got to be careful when you wake up in the morning, because you don't know where it's going, You know what I'm saying? When they had that big hurricane down in the Caribbean, I was down there for a convention. And they said, well, we don't know what to do. And so 3,000 people ran to the church. Church got wiped out. Nobody got killed. But a lot of people was injured. And my wife was upset because she knew I was at the convention. And so I finally called her. She said, you okay? I said, yeah, I'm all right. Why? He said, well, they took all y'all from the convention center to the church, and the church got blown away. How come you? I said, I went to the whole house. Yeah, I didn't want no hoe, but I know a hurricane never hit a whole house or a bank. You ain't never seen a hoe on TV crying, I don't know where my panties are, You ain't never heard a banker saying all the money just blew down. No. I don't know what it is about a hoe in a bank, but tornadoes or earthquakes, don't mess with them, so I just be right there. So you don't know what's going to happen. So you just be nice to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just nice to everybody. Even if they don't like you, so what? Check this. Now listen to this here. I want you to hear this. Me and you going to get married. This happened to a friend of mine, right? So they got some sense. They say, look, why are we going to have a $65,000 wedding, We just go to the justice of the peace, Take that $65,000, put it down on a house. Don't that make sense? Say, why are we going to Jamaica to the bridal suite for a weekend, $7,000? Let's don't go. Just tell everybody we're going and don't go. You know what I mean? See how much money you can save? Well, that's what they did. Now, here's how the universe works. They go, they got their house, they get married, justice of the peace. While they get married, a brother who'd been in jail 27 years on death row for killing 12 white folks escaped from jail. And out of all the places to go, he ended up in our house, me and you. We ain't even been there. And when they get to the house, the brother jump out with a gun. And he says, don't make me kill you. So you heard all over the radio about me. I killed 12 white folks. I've been on death row 27 years. And I know they're going to catch me. But for 27 years, I ain't had no good sex, and I ain't had no good meal. And before they catch me, I'm getting both. Today, right here. And he tied the brother up to the chair. And he went and he tied her up across the bed. You know, get mad at nigga tying you up across the bed. And it looked like he kind of kissing you in your ear, you know. And then he got up. And can you imagine your man scooting that chair all the way up to you and said, baby, oh, we lucky. Nigga, what do you mean we lucky? So he was honest. He said he killed 12 white folks, been in jail 27 years on death row. He said, they know they're gonna catch him, but he ain't had no good sex and no good meal. And he getting both of them before he go back. So, honey, you know I love you. I don't have to tell you that. But ain't no need in us dying. So when he come back, you understand? I can handle it. Just make him think you love him. And then get up and get to frying that chicken. And she said, what make you think he want me? He said, I saw him kissing you in your ear. She said, no, he was whispering in my ear how cute he thought you was. And he asked me where was the Vaseline. So he'll be back, and you know, honey, I think you're right. All right. Just make him think you like it. See how that thing can... Somewhere. And so I say to you today, we can turn this whole thing around. Stop being afraid. Somewhere, you can make a difference. And you got to listen to the radio or read the paper, but you use your own consciousness. Michael Jackson is probably one of the richest people on the planet, but they didn't convince you he broke. Convince you he broke. And you heard it. I went out there knowing they had murdered him. That's the schedule. They're selling this for all kind of money now. See the back? Look at the back. Is that brilliant? That's the first picture they took as Jackson 5, and that's the last picture they took that night before he died. Isn't that clever? But if you just stop to slow up and ask yourself, Michael going to do 50 concerts in London. Did you hear me? Not a world tour. You know damn good and well you can't do 50 concerts in one city at a 25,000 seat arena. They never planned on him doing that. They were just setting it up to murder him, which they did. And the poor little black brother gonna be blamed for it. You know how dumb he was when he didn't even know the address of the house. Did you hear me? It's calling 911. How do you call 911 and don't say Michael Jackson? You ever thought about that? How do you call 911 and say we're giving him mouth to mouth in the bed? You know, you have to have a heart service. The reason it sounds confusing was they killed him at 2 o'clock in the morning. The black doctor was unconscious. I don't know what they put in his food. There was $2 million cash in the house. That's gone. I talked to Joe when I heard the news that they carried him to the hospital, And I could hear Joe's voice. He said, yeah, I'm on my way from Vegas. I said, I hope you're not driving because I hear this stress and tension. He said, no, I'm not. Well, don't drive. He said, I'll call you when I get to the hospital. I said, no, I'll call you back later tonight. I didn't know it was that bad. And then they said he was unconscious. Then one group said he's dead, another group said he wasn't. And then we found out he was dead. And then all the lies started coming out. Oh, he just lived for drugs. Wait a minute. That concert was insured with a performance bond for $1.5 billion. Huh? That means I don't get none of it. You all put the money up. If something happened to me, they have to pay you all off. Just the rehearsal time at the Staples Center was $30 million. And nobody asked a question, how would Lloyd's of London write a $1.5 billion bond after they examine somebody and find all them drugs in him y'all said he had in him? Wasn't no drugs in him. If it would, he couldn't have got that bond. And if there ain't drugs in it, it was after that bond was. You work at the post office and got to take a drug test. You stop by the herb shop and get you some herbs, but not with Lloyd's of London. Huh? They said, well, he had all these needle marks. You see, if we are first responders, huh? We don't know that when he called us that the boy ain't alive. So when we get there, we felt he's cold, didn't have no pulse. We thought he died from the time they made the call to the time we get there. So we open up our kit and we take needles and shoot all kind of stimulus to bring him back. But with him dead, his veins is collapsed, so you keep looking for it. That's what them damn needle marks was there for. Somewhere. And then after he died, after he died, did y'all see what that white dude brought back $1.5 million? You see that? And y'all know what I'm talking about? Just, you know. Just said, he said, him, what's that say? Can you see that? Can you make that out? What's it say?
MJ Advisor, 5.5 million was secret.
Say it again.
MJ Advisor, 5.5 million was secret between Jackson and me.
Here's him and a white boy had a secret. The secret was it's probably $1 billion. And so he go turn 5.5 million in. Huh? And then, you know the will that Michael left. You stupid enough to believe that? The will was tore up and they made another will at 2002. Well, I'm dead. The will didn't come up till after he's dead. But it has a, see that mark there, that mark there? Listen at the clause they claim Michael put in it. Right there. You see that?
The late pop star's will includes a no contest clause.
Wait, slow up. A no contest clause. This is what Michael put in there. What's the no contest clause say?
That disinherits any beneficiary who challenges the will and loses.
So if you don't believe the will is real and you challenge it and lose it, you disinherit it. Huh? But them devils is something, you know what's good about them? It wasn't like they was good and they got bad. They ain't never been no good. They killed my Jesus and told me it's a good day, so I call it Good Friday. So it's more than just one devil. It was just one person on the planet. And he said, God, I am lonely. Y'all saw that, didn't you? And you think God's so stupid, he didn't say, nigga, how can you be lonely when ain't nobody here but you? Oh, you done found something down there I don't know about? But even if you stupid enough to buy that story, so now he got a woman. Now it's two of them. Hold two fingers up. Hold two fingers up. Two. Then they had two children, right? So hold four, right? Then one boy killed the other one, right? Now three. Then he went out and got him a wife. Now you see where the word MF came from? I didn't create that. That's simple arithmetic in the Bible. If it was four, now it's three, two men and one woman, he go out, he got to be getting mama. And so when you stop and think about what they're running down on us, oh, he's poor, he didn't have no money. Can you see the date of this paper? Listen to this. This is the New York Times business section. What day is that?
Monday, July the 20th, 2009.
What paper is that?
The New York Times.
What's the headlines?
Jackson assets draw the gaze of Wall Street. The other headline?
Yeah, the other.
Jackson's assets draws the attention of Wall Street.
Now, do this sound like the big boys of Wall Street is picking through your stuff and they keep saying he ain't got no money? So somewhere, can you feel this? See how heavy that is? It's in alphabetical order. Huh? Turn to first page, see the A's, then the B's, then the C's. How many pages is that?
22 pages.
This is a 22-page document of all the acts he owned in alphabetical order. And what do the headlines say? Michael owned 50% of Sony. Huh? That old Beatles stuff, that's chump change. What's that headline say?
List of Sony/ATV music publishing artists.
Read the first sentence.
Sony/AT Music Publishing is a music publishing company co-owned by the estate of Michael Jackson and Sony.
Michael owns 50% of all country western music. He owns 63% of Dolly Parton. Huh? He owns 50% of Charlie Pride. He owns 50% of Bob Dylan. Huh? He owns 50% Moon River. 50% of that song's his. Huh? You see, look, just read them some of the names in there. Look who he owns. He owns Babyface. Who is that there?
Beyonce Knowles.
Huh? M&M's. Huh? And it goes on and on and on. You see any others there you recognize?
Boys to Men, Bon Jovi, Brenda Lee, Brian Harvey, Brian West, Brick and Lace, Bright Eyes, Brooks and Dunn.
And it goes on and on and on. That's just the bees. And if all this was sold today, the estate would probably get between 40 and 50 billion dollars. Huh? That's what he was killed about. Huh? Why they got y'all believing he's drugs, he was on drugs, he was this, he was that, but they ain't told you the truth. They haven't told you the truth. Now, the police chief said 3 days after he was dead. Looked like homicide. Did y'all see that? Did y'all know the other day they finally admitted that they took a bloody shirt out that house? Huh? That never got reported? Did y'all read where the day after they had to admit it, the police chief resigned? Huh? You didn't know that? He is not there anymore. Because more and more and more, and everybody say, Joe crazy. Little by little by little by little, it's beginning to come out. I thought I had brought the paper where the police chief resigned. Anybody know that? Not only did he resign, he took a job. Anybody know where he started working? As of October the 31st, Halloween. Now, who hires somebody on Halloween? You know where he's working? You're close. Falls Church, Virginia, which is CIA. And that's who's involved in the murder. That's how big it is. And that's why they keep feeding one thing. And as long as it's gossip, you're going to buy into it. Huh? But those documents right there, what name you looking at over there? What name? What's the name?
Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas. Name some more.
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys.
Beanie Man.
Beanie Man, Bob Dylan.
Beverly Knight. Beyonce.
It goes on and on. And so what I'm saying is, it's called white supremacy. It's because a nigger ain't got a right to own them white folks. And them black folks. We own niggers and white folks, nigger. And so it started. How did he get 50% of it? No, he did not. No, he did not. Huh? He sold part of the Beatles, but the Beatles ain't worth that much. They decided they was going to trick him. So they say, we'll give you $600 million right now, and if you give us half of the Beatles, we'll give you 50% of our whole music library. But there was a clause in there. If anything you disgrace this company morally wise, it all comes back to us. That's when they set the first bus up with the first boy. And Michael beat it. He didn't go to jail. So it took him 11 years after that to get the California state legislature. They wasn't part of it. He said, like, I'll slap you, and then my family come and pay you to drop the charges. Huh? So then the California state legislature say, if I slap you and you have me arrested and you drop the charges, they can prosecute anyway. That's what that second one was about. And he beat that. Huh? And I said to him after the trial, I said, Michael, they ain't got nothing left to do but to kill you now. Huh? I told them they ain't got nothing to do but kill you now. They done tried twice and missed. See, Michael was different. Michael been a star since he's 5 years old. Now, no, wait. Wait. I'm gonna make you Michael. Got that? Okay, now hear me now. You Michael. Ever since you're 5 years old, 10, 50,000 people clapping for you, right? Do you know what it's like? How old are you now?
38.
Okay, you're 38 now. Can you imagine from the time you was 5 years old up to now, you ain't never had to beg for no booty? Do you know how much time in my life, I'm 70, you know how much booty time just begging? Look, I've been married to a woman 50 years, I'm still begging her for some booty. This nigga ain't never begged for no booty. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Just women just say, oh, Michael, take this. You ever had a woman do that to you? I've been married 50 years, my old lady ain't never come on and say, come on, get this. You know? Every time I come on, act like she don't even know me. What she want? You know what I'm saying? I made millions. I ain't never wrote a check in my life. Lil Rice, she get all the money. I'm still begging for some booty. Michael ain't never, can you imagine? Yeah, you a man. You imagine from the time you 5 to now, you ain't never had to beg for no pussy. That's what it is. Can you imagine? You be a different person. You damn right you be up on your toes. Moonwalk, you ain't never had a pussy walk. So he different, he ain't crazy, the nigga just different. He probably a grown man before he realized you can cook food at home. He been eating room service. Huh? So when you stop and think about so I got to call Joe and tell him I started a fast. You don't know that? 40 days. That the truth will come out. Now, think about fast. If you say she slapped you and I say we're going to fast that the truth come out, we ain't saying we fasting because she lied. We say the truth. If she didn't slap you, the truth. That they can't deal with. Huh? So just call all your friends and say, look, 12 noon. Just tell everybody, just tune in that the truth will come out. That's what happened with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby thought these little poor white folk, they don't run nothing. NBC was for sale, and Bill Cosby said, I'm gonna buy NBC. And that white supremacy said, nigga said, what? And you know, them white folk love Bill. I mean, they see commercials where little white children was eating tapioca out that nigga's ears. They said he was America's dad, didn't they? Till that nigga said, I want NBC. They kicked him to the gutter and got some white woman, say 30 years ago, this nigga put her to sleep and got some booty. 30 years ago. I went to Michael and said, Michael, that woman said that Bill put her to sleep and got some booty. You never had to do that. You know what I'm saying? You had to put him to sleep so you could get away from him. Then after they killed Bill's son, then Bill can't do another Jell-O commercial. Bill didn't kill nobody. See how it works? So Michael dead now. We can't bring him back. He'll be remembered, but he'll be remembered more if we send the energy out there. The white boy told me in Europe last week, don't you worried about us killing you? Me? I act like the cracker wasn't talking to me. You, nigga! Then you get dumb on them. Then you get real nigger on them. I say, if I thought the God I pray to couldn't protect me against some thug punks like y'all, I'd be the first one to admit I'm praying to the wrong thing and I'd help y'all pull the trigger. So he said, oh, that nigga mentally retarded. See, when you got sense, they say you mentally retarded. They pay me $40,000 now. You know I don't get that kind of money. I charge black folks different than I charge white. And then y'all know me, 98% of my audience is white folk because black folk can't afford me. And I tell white folks I don't charge you because I know you gonna tell them. I know y'all. Yeah, let me tell you what the nigga come here with us for. You know what I mean? So they pay me trying to get inside my brain. See? And see, a lot of y'all feel you got to show off for white folks. You're going to tell them, I was in Budapest, and I said, Mr. Gregory, you know you got a lot on your mind. What's the number one problem that you're thinking about now? So I get real done. I said, well, I be trying to figure out what happened to albinos after high school. You know, every high school got albino, then you don't see them no more, do you? They just disappear, huh? I ain't never seen an albino on a plane, huh? I ain't never heard of albino funeral, huh? I was in the army, I ain't seen no albinos. You ain't never heard a woman say the albino raped me, that'd be easy to catch, wouldn't it? Huh? I want to know what happened to albinos after every high school got an albino. Then they disappear. They don't play football, they don't play basketball. They ain't in jail. You understand what I'm saying? Where do they go? You know what I mean?
I had one in my class and they gone.
Gone. They just disappear. You can't even give them a grade. They just cut out for the end of the period. They're gone. Don't nobody inquire about him, huh? You know what I mean? And I bet if you go back and check the records, albino's name's gone, just disappeared. Nobody know where they are. So then they want to get down and say, well, what's the second thing? I said, well, I'm 76 years old. I want to know how come I ain't never seen a baby pigeon. I don't know nobody that knows somebody that's seen a baby pigeon. Every pigeon I've seen is full grown. You know what they say? That's cause you live in the city north. I've seen baby alligators. I've seen baby dogs, baby frogs. How come I ain't never seen a baby pigeon? And every pigeon I see is up on an electric wire. Where was pigeons before they was electric? You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to worry, huh? Where'd you find that? I was looking all over for that.
Oh, somebody brought it up.
So somewhere, don't be scared. You go home, you lock your damn door, ain't nothing in it. I got a cousin in Kansas City, he got 27 locks on the door and ain't got nothing in the house. I said, boy, if somebody broke in here, they would leave something. And so I say to you, television is for fun, you know. The number 3 causes of death in America is not cancer. Maybe you can pass that back up here. Thank you. The 3 causes of death. Number 1, sleep deprivation. Huh? Let's go to bed. Yeah. Y'all be scared. Women walk around scared, somebody gonna rape them. If they rape you and don't kill you, you gonna say, thank you for that. Why you gonna thank a son of a bitch for raping you? You said, you know, I just feel good you didn't kill me, but don't thank nobody that raped you. But don't you know if you just cool? Like, what's your name, sister? Okay, let's say I jump out on you and I'm gonna rape you. Don't holler. Pull your drawers off and say, I ain't had none of this since I found out I had AIDS. Oh, please, it didn't go in, did it? Please, and the nigga go call the police on you. don't be arguing with no man. That don't even make sense. You have babies, you carry them. We can't even deal with a lightweight hemorrhoid. Huh? And you got to argue. You know why they argue? Because they ain't going to sit under that white boy on the job. They're going to come home and get all up in your face. Huh? And the first time the nigga hit you, leave. Well, what about these children? Hey, what about them? Leave them with him. You know what I mean? You know what I like about animals? They don't work. They don't rape nobody. They don't commit suicide. Because I live around rich white folks. I bought the old Liggett Myers estate, you know. Y'all saw me on TV and they put me out. I had 400 acres. They put me out. My wife had nerve enough to be upset. I said, we've been here 5 years and they never paid a note. You crazy? I was in court. I had $30 million in court. And the judge kept saying, settle, settle, settle. Y'all remember the Bahamian died? I'd make $600,000 every day cash on a bad day. And didn't care nothing about nothing. So a cat made like he owned part of the company. I said, I'm not settling. See how the universe works. The judge saw me and my lady getting put out the house. And I found out, he started crying and said to his wife, I never seen such integrity. He had almost $40,000 in my court, but he go through this humiliation rather than make a deal. And Monday he went back and gave me all my money back. The Internal Revenue had liens on it. They didn't get none of it. Because, you know, see, the Bible don't say thanks. Say humble. I went in so humble. It almost Tommen. And old judge felt so sorry, he gave me all my money. And I walked out of there, and the Internal Revenue say, he owed us $12 million. And the judge said, well, he got to go get it. I said, the judge said, I got to ask him, where is it? You know what I'm saying? Just stop worrying. Worry about where you going to eat. Damn trees grow all up and down the street, and you worrying about where you going to get a damn donut. You ain't supposed to eat a donut. Huh? And if you turn, now when I moved there, these white folks, see, up across the pond is the Steinway Piano Air. Up the hill is the Ocean Spray, right? And so I don't live in the ghetto. I relate with y'all. You know what I'm saying? No, I come here every year. I don't have no bodyguards. I'm listed in the phone book. Anybody can get me. Huh? I will relate with you. I'll die for you, but I'm not living in no ghetto. Huh? You know what I mean? I was in Chicago last Sunday. Running through the ghetto, went through Robert Taylor home. My man, he said, put them both up, nigga, this is a stick up. No. But stop being afraid. And you got to understand one thing, there's a big universal computer out there. And it's just as dumb as your baby. You can't get no smarter than a baby. You have any children?
Nope.
You?
Yes, sir.
You know how they be looking at you? Little tots, they be looking at you, right? And they be saying to themselves, she a stone fool. But my life depends on her. So when she get to yelling and act crazy, I better act like I'm scared. Because when I was in her, I had a chance to do her in. You know what I'm saying? They bright. Huh? But they hear what you say, not what you mean. I called home one day and told my daughter, tell your mother to run to the phone, I want to yell at her. And she said, why Daddy want to yell at you? The computer's the same way. You can't lose weight saying, I want to lose weight. The computer don't know how fat you are. It just say you want to lose weight, so it put weight on you so you can lose it. Huh? I need a job. That's all the computer heard. So it'll fix it so you'll always be needing a job. Huh? You know what I mean? Somebody asked me, how do you feel about all these folks are getting evicted? Shit, I got evicted when times was good. And y'all act like y'all making these white folks like that. Y'all ain't never heard of a subprime loan. I got a subprime loan when I was 6 years old. That's how I got my first bike. And still paying for it. So don't take all that crap to bed with you. You know? You get up in the morning, well, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. Don't worry about it. Go to bed at night, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. So white dude asked me, said, well, what do you do to break the stress? I just think about Michael Jackson, never have to beg for no pussy. I got a bill came in, $1.5 million, and I'm looking at my wife, said, what you thinking about? I'm thinking about Michael Jackson. He never had to beg for no pussy. Y'all take stuff too serious, huh? And my neighbors thought I was antisocial, you know, because I didn't join the Riders Club. You ever rode a horse? You ever rode a horse? You been on a horse? Do you know a horse is so dumb it's the only thing that will shit and won't stop walking? Just keep walking. You know what I'm saying? You can't get no dumber than that. I can see a nigga farting and keep walking, but shit and don't stop. So next time you ride one, you think about that here. Say, Lee, stop. Sit down. Enjoy yourself. You don't need Obama to do nothing for you. Hear me, hear me. All I need him to be for me is the sun and the moon. I plant my own crop. See, we won before he won. Because when they had them 3 90-minute debates, that's the first time white folks all over the world saw a black person stand flat-footed and talk for an hour and a half without a football, without a baseball, and without a javelin. So when I stand up here now and look out at y'all, all y'all look like Obama. You don't look like Shaq. The 2 biggest losers with him winning was black athletes and black entertainers. But these white folks look around and said, if a black person who we didn't know, who can't run a 100-yard dash, can run the #1 mightiest nation in the world, then maybe I'll pick one to run my company. Huh? I ain't worried about how damn black he is. Who cares? Make me no difference. I know if I would have been president, y'all would have all been in trouble. That's right. Because the first thing I would do, I would have went to New York with about 5,000 tanks and 200,000 Marines, and I'd held a press conference on 5th and Broadway and said, I wish a cab driver would pass me by. And we can't blame white folk because we had a black man in New York and the nigga couldn't get a cab. And all you got to do is just put some decoy cops out there, some white ones and some black ones with a video, and the first time a cab driver do it, suspend their license for 6 months. Second time, they can't never drive cabs. You'd be surprised what a person behave, huh? Same thing with police brutality. All we got to do is get together and call for a boycott of Christmas. I ain't talking about buy black, don't buy nothing, huh? Until we get a federal law that say anybody that carry a legal gun have to be licensed by the federal government. That you have to do that to drive a plane, huh? I mean, anybody with a legal gun, huh? A security guard, a bank guard, anybody got a gun on them legally. Now, you shoot somebody, we're gonna review your license. If we don't like what we see, you're gonna lose your license. It's that simple. Not to be arguing with nobody. Just shut their money down, huh? Like your son, let's make like your son, the cop just whooped him up all bad. The turkey farmer don't give a damn, he's living way up there in Oregon. Let us think we're gonna boycott turkeys, and he'll get on the phone. See, it's a big difference when Toys R Us and Sears and Roebuck and all them retailers is calling, and they don't plead. They say, if that bill ain't put through in 2 days, y'all gonna die. And they ain't playing. They ain't playing. They say, you have the power. We have the power, plus we got God on our side. Huh? So that's all we have to do. Somewhere. And stop letting them tell you, McCain. That is one of the ugliest white boys. And you know what's so wild about it? I think he don't even know it. And it was really awful when you put him next to Obama. The boy looked like he was from another planet, didn't it? And white folks so silly, he a hero and he got caught. How you get captured and be a damn hero? Huh? You a hero, you run up that damn mountain and be shooting people and killing, and then you die. You a hero. He got caught and spent 8 years with the enemy and come back a hero. White folks are so silly. I'm the hero. I was in the army 3 days. I'm the hero. I was out there, they talking about, if you get captured by the enemy, give up nothing but name, rank, and seal them. 50,000 said, we understand. I didn't. You know what dog tags are? Has your name, rank, and seal number. So which means the enemy could get that much information if you was dead. So how you gonna tell me if I get caught, I can't give them no more than they get if they kill me? Y'all got to be crazy. Then they gonna tell me I'm a traitor. No, I've been a traitor had I not told y'all. I've been in the army 3 days, so y'all call the Pentagon and put on your records. If Dick Gregory ever get caught, y'all change all your used to be secrets. You know what I mean? Or there's something about somebody pouring hot water down my back and snatching my fingernails off and sticking pins in my eyeball. I tell them where my mama is. And if she don't understand it, she'll understand when that hot water hit her back. You know what I mean? So anyway, if you own the biggest bank in the world, right? And you my daddy, right? Even if you don't like me,
Zeolite is one of the most amazing minerals of our age. Millions of people have been using detoxification supplements to remove harmful toxins, pollutants, heavy toxic metals, as well as to balance pH levels, lower the risk of viruses like cold and flu, support the immune system, and improve nutrient absorption. What is zeolite? Zeolite is a volcanic ash that forms over time when ash and lava react with alkalized water, resulting in a compound with a very strong cage-like structure and a negative charge. Zeolite is one of the most fascinating and powerful nature remedies available. Great to detox and balance your body. Health benefits of detoxing. The removal of excess heavy metals can improve overall health. Detoxification helps balance a body's pH levels. This product provides 30 capsules, 1 month supply, ships within 3 days. Purchase now at night and daynetmarket.com.